Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is heartening. This touches me because I know each and every one of you here, whether directly or indirectly, would have been affected by the storm Hurricane Milton. And to know that you have set aside that to come here, to listen to us, to be with us. It is exactly as Larry said. And as we would say, Guyana, you're cheaty to the bone. Sure. You know, it shows me that whatever else is happening in your lives, be it a birthday even, your homeland is close to your heart. And that touches me. That fuels me also to make sure that come the next election, AFC must not only be the party that forms the government, but must be the party that delivers for the people of Guyana. But it all starts with getting the electoral machinery right. I'm sure you would have followed 2020 elections and you know all that happened. I don't have to stand here and rehash because I know you wanted to listen to David and Cam, Nigel and Laurel. But the fact remains, the evidence shows that if Larry don't go back and vote at the next election, somebody might vote in Larry's name because it happened in 2020. Right. That's the reality. You don't have to be there. 2020 proved that persons who were not in Guyana, their names were marked off on the list as having voted. The evidence showed that persons who had died, where the family had death certificates, their names were marked off as having voted. And so that's one of the things that we have been advocating for a new voters list. Because we cannot live in a country with a total population of, I would say, less than 900,000. And we have a voters list of 800,000 and climbing. Something, as we would say, the maths in. You know, it just cannot be. And so we are advocating, we've asked for meetings with the Guyana Elections Commission, we've been meeting with international partners, because every observer mission at the 2020 elections recommended that there be a new voters list. Yes, we understand the legal challenges, but legal challenges can be overcome. We have a whole lot of brilliant attorneys sitting in the National Assembly, and right now we're fortunate to be headed by the most brilliant attorney. And so if it comes to drafting legislation to correct that, it can be done. If there is a will, there is a way. And so it can be done. What is preventing it from happening is the will. Right now the process suits the government of the day. We are saying, as the AllianceForChange, that we do not want to go back down the road of 2020. We don't want the civil unrest. The sad part is that the Guyanese people, if they are not satisfied with the outcome of the elections, they're not going to wait on their political leaders. We saw civil unrest with the Henry brothers, the Henry cousins. That wasn't motivated by political parties. It was the people, dissatisfied, who took to the streets. We saw it with Quindon Bacchus at Monroe on the East Coast. Political leaders have nothing to do with it. The young people of Guyana are very aware of their rights, and they are demanding those rights. political parties are following, trying to catch up. But the GCOM has the responsibility of doing this. And all we're saying to them, at least, at the minimum, make the recommendation. You have the responsibility to produce not only fair and free elections, but credible elections. Elections that when the people look at the results, they could say, you know, it sounds reasonable, it looks reasonable. And that is what we were after. That is what we advocated for. And elections will not, it's not a one-day process, it's not an 8-day process. GCOM getting $4 and $5 billion a year. Why can't they fix the process? The entire electoral process. And so that's one of the things. And the other thing I want to talk about, I see some lovely ladies in the room here this evening. Girls, your sister in Guyana, your sisters in Guyana, struggling to keep whole ends together. Women still got to fetch water in buckets to do their daily chores. In this day and age, in the fastest growing economy, women got to fetch water to wash the wares, wash the clothes. Women sitting in parliament, and from the other side, the government side, you hear them hurling abuse. Who is a liar? You had them waving the door, I show you. You heard it and read about it. So women are being abused. A vice president is going to call a female citizen of his country a lowlife. I mean, where's the respect? Where is the basic respect for women? We cannot continue like that. Not if we want to take prominence on the international stage. You had a minister, a member of parliament, being accused of rape, and his own colleagues, female colleagues, could not condemn him. They could not say anything. Not one word of public rebuke came from that party. It was public pressure that the same resigned. Well, I think he probably resigned from the position. But of course, all the doors were open for him. And so, girls, we need your help. We need your expertise. We need your energies. Talk to your families back home. Let them understand how serious this thing is. That if Guyana is to truly reach its promise, reach its potential, we cannot do it under the PPP government. End of story. Bottom line, because Nigel and David are going to talk more about this. The PPP government is all about self, to the exclusion of everybody else. So if they got just exactly 50 or 50.1%, they don't care about the others. They are winner take all most often. And it does not work. As you know how multicultural, how diverse our society is, our country is. And so, guys, gals, one, help us if you can by coming home and vote. Check if your name is on the list. Or come home, make sure your name is on the list. You're able to vote. Very importantly, talk to your families, talk to your friends. Guyana has a bright future. But that bright future, and I see Larry smiling, rests with a Nigerian presidency. Thank you.